And now, live in studio, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
Yes, here we are again, another day committed to picking a fight with the mainstream media and always providing you the timely truth centered around real estate, credit, finance, estate plans, tax plans, so much more. You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show. Our number one goals are to educate, entertain, enlighten, and we want to engage with you to help you win.
The only thing I'm addicted to right now is winning.
So how can you engage? There's multiple ways to engage with us, and we would love to hear from you. Give us a call on our hotline. You can call or text 813-670-7372.
You used to call me on my cell phone.
813-670-7372.
Here's my number, so call me, baby.
And you can also check out our website, consumerqb.com. Got a plethora of information available there. You can see links to all of our expert contributors, all of their contact information, their emails, their phone numbers. Direct lines are going to be there at consumerqb.com. And that's also our blog site. You can submit an email form that will come directly through to myself and our team of producers. And we're going to make sure we get back to you before our head hits the pillow. And we've got a third way to connect as well. All you have to do is text REQB, like real estate quarterback. Text REQB to 313131, and you'll get an auto response with our website information, some contact information there. So text REQB to 313131. Pretty simple. You got to love technology these days. And we have Intelligent Talk Radio here. We've got some intelligent folks here in studio with us today. Attorney Shawn Yesner back in studio, yesnerlaw.com. Welcome in.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me back. We're going to be talking about real estate questions, bankruptcy questions, all kinds of cool stuff going on today.
Yes, sir. Some good stuff. We also have Michael Morabito back in the house, interior design expert and home staging as well. Coco Design Group. Welcome in.
Thank you.
My
We'll
pleasure.
be talking about some staging. I'm going to switch it up today.
Some staging. Okay,
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, awesome. Good stuff. So with real estate, there's a lot of things we have going on in the market. It's a great market to be in, and you can always improve, what you're doing, and Michael can help you with that when it comes to staging the home. Statistics show that, a stage home will sell faster for more money than those that are not, if it's just, blank rooms with nothing in it. So we got some good content lined up for you today. I want to give a shout out to our official hotel partner right on the beach, Bilmar Beach Resort over in Treasure Island, 10650 Gulf Boulevard, Treasure Island. Bilmar Beach Resort is our official hotel partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show, and it is beautiful, gorgeous property. If you haven't seen it, you got to check it out. They've got the awesome pool. They've got a couple different bars there. They got meeting rooms if you want to have a wedding or meetings, and it's directly on the Gulf of Mexico. Bilmar Beach Resort. Let them know the Real Estate Quarterback sent you for special incentives. And we got an open house going on. PlatinumMVPRealty.com has an open house going on this Saturday, 11 to 2, 1370 Gulf Boulevard, Unit 401. It's the Bella Rosa condo, 3 bedrooms, 3 bath, and a beautiful property here. $1.1 million listing of mine, and it is an end unit, so you've got windows on the side, gorgeous views of the beach, the Gulf of Mexico, Clearwater Beach, Sand Key, one of the best possible options if you're in $1 million price range, you're looking for condos on the beach. The HOA fees here are one of the lowest in the area. I think it's like $600 and change. Beautiful property. Check it out. Say hello to George with Platinum MVP Realty, Saturday, 11 to 2, 1370 Gulf Boulevard, unit number 401. Beautiful property here in sunny Tampa Bay. All right, let's jump right into it. We've got attorney Shawn Yesner in the house. He's our legal analyst when it comes to real estate law, bankruptcy law. And what say you, Shawn? What are you seeing out there, man?
Yeah, so I know we've been concerned about the Mortgage Debt Relief Act. So for those who don't know, when someone does a short sale, the bank, in most cases, waives the deficiency. So the bank says, we're not going to worry about collecting. If you owed us $200 and you sold your house for $150, we're not going to worry about that $50,000. Well, when that happens, the IRS pops up and says, well, if you got a benefit, we want our cut.
Yeah.
And the benefit is they don't have to repay the $50,000. So we had the Mortgage Debt Relief Act that said if you did a short sale on your house and you got that forgiveness of debt income, you still have to report it to the IRS, but you fill out another form and you don't get taxed on it. Well, that law expired the end of 2016. And so people that were doing short sales in 2017, people that are doing short sales this year are all concerned about whether the act's going to come back. And I did a little bit of research, and it did come back, sort of. So Congress extended it for any short sale that happened in 2017. You can get forgiveness of debt. You don't have to pay taxes on the waived debt. And they extended it for 2018, but only if you had your short sale approved in 2017, but didn't close until 2018.
Oh, man.
So people that are doing short sales in 2018 may still have to pay some tax, maybe. Now, the Mortgage Debt Relief Act was one way to avoid taxes, but there are other ways. So if we showed that someone was insolvent, meaning their debts are greater than their assets, they can avoid that taxable income. So there are other ways to do it. So if you're looking at doing a short sale in 2018, and there really aren't that many. We've got, I think, 2 pending. Where
there's not a lot.
I remember when I was getting 2 a day. Now I've got 2 pending total. And so there are not that many of them. But if you're working on a short sale, if you're worried about, what is the tax consequences here, that's what we're here to help you figure out.
Yeah, and that's for owner-occupied is what Shawn was referring to there. Investors, second homes are a little bit different scenario.
Right.
But for the owner-occupied, that's, so it's kind of one of those things. Again, it's about timing. So much of life is about timing. It's, it's everything from buying a house, when you meet the right girl, it's so much in life is timing. So in essence, what we're doing is we're penalizing people who try to hang on and try to stay in their homes and try to make it right. And now in 2018, no, you can't have forgiveness of your debt. I feel like we should send some of these CEOs a 1099 for our bailout money.
Yeah.
How about that?
The interesting issue is, the 1099 issue has been around forever. It's forgiveness of debt income. I tell the story that, I have my law school student loans, which I'm still paying off, which is probably a topic for an entirely different show. But I got one of those deals from my student loan company. If you pay X number of payments on time, we'll waive $6,000 or $5,000, whatever it was, of the balance of your loans. And so I did. I set it up for automatic payments. I was able to make all the payments. And then I got the reduction. I got like a $5,000 reduction in the balance of my student loans. And I thought, great. And then at the beginning of the next year, I get a 1099 for $5,000.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, it's still, I was in the, 20-something tax bracket. So I only paid a couple of grand in tax. I still got a net benefit there. Yeah. If that particular year, it just meant I didn't get as big a refund. But,
right. That's still a win for you,
yeah.
Right? I mean, they're basically begging people to pay student loans back now.
Right. Well, that's, I think, the next bubble that's starting to burst here is, and yes. I know I've been hearing rumblings. You probably know better than me. I've been hearing rumblings about a cool down in the real estate market, but I think the next wave coming is student loans.
Yeah, I do too. I think it's going to be a combination of student loan debt. Commercial real estate may potentially slow with the trend of online. So much Amazon buying and all the different .coms. They're all grabbing their share of the market. So it's really it's going to be hurting. I believe retail real estate when you're walking in buying the same things. Most people look on their smartphone. Oh man, if I just ordered on Amazon, I'll have it in 2 days or 1 day. And I saved $25, $35.
There's still a subsection, me included, that I like to go and see and touch and feel and, what does the box look like? What is that? I still like doing that kind of stuff, but you're right. There's a lot of people moving to online. Yeah,
certain things are more, you're more likely to do that with it. But yeah, so the student loan debt, I've heard it's trillions of dollars, Shawn. Have you researched that at all? I mean, that's going to have some kind of ripple effect on the economy across the board.
Yeah, and the big problem with student loan debt is that it is not dischargeable in bankruptcy in most cases. So in order to discharge student loan debt in a bankruptcy case, you have to be in a bad way. You have to be unable to do anything that would ever repay those student loans.
Wow.
You have to have some medical condition or some other issue that you couldn't find a job that could ever repay in the field or in any other field. But most of the student loan companies are renegotiating. They're putting people on forbearance plans or modifying. They're starting to work with people. Plus, there is brewing in Congress a way to make student loans dischargeable in bankruptcy. And I know there's been some inroads if you did not go to an accredited school. So the doctor that goes to a school in the Caribbean that's not accredited and racks up all the student loan debt. There has been some inroads in court in arguing that if the school's not accredited and you ran up a bunch of student loan debt and now you can't work because you didn't go to an accredited school, that those loans can be eliminated because they're not primarily for
Makes sense.
for student. If you can't get accredited, then they're not for student loans.
Yeah.
So there's been some inroads there. So there's people chipping away at it. But so far, nothing major.
Yeah, if you just joined us, we're talking with Shawn Yesner, attorney Shawn Yesner here, yesnerlaw.com on the Consumer Quarterback Show. So what about the podcast, Shawn? I know you're setting some records there, Crushing Debt Podcast.
Yeah, the Crushing Debt Podcast supports the law firm. So I talk about a lot of these different topics, and I'm on episode 130-something.
Nice.
137, 138, 136, something in that range coming out. I'm getting a couple thousand downloads a month of the podcast. And so, yeah, and I've got a book coming out.
Nice.
That's based on the podcast content, based on the blog content as well.
Sweet. Awesome. Good stuff, man. Yeah. So getting a lot of, that's a lot of downloads. That's people wanting content. They're starving for content out there, and you're providing good, valuable content around real estate and bankruptcy law and all types. I think you interview other attorneys. So that's a really good approach to be able to, take that, that content that you're talking to student loan debt, right? You guys accumulated a lot of it. So now you're sharing that knowledge with the world through your podcast. Check out his podcast, Crushing Debt Podcast, and yesnerlaw.com. So stay with us when we come back. More from our expert contributors here. Michael Morabito, Coco Design Group here in studio as well. And our Feel Good Story of the Week coming up. Stay with us. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
This is Warwick Dunn, and you're listening to the Real Estate Quarterback Show hosted by my man, Brandon Rhymes.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com. You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, welcome back. Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by Platinum MVP Realty. And I'm a top listing agent here in Tampa Bay, selected in the top 1% of all realtors nationwide. Real excited about that news last week. And got a hot listing here. Want to let you know about 12520 Sparkleberry Road in Tampa, $349,000. Beautiful property, 4 bedrooms, 2 full bath, 1 half bath. It's in the Westwood Lakes subdivision, over 2,280 square feet. Lovely 4-bedroom home with a beautiful bonus room as well, located in Westwood Lakes. Very popular location in the West Chase area. So beautiful property, Sparkleberry Road. Great property listing there. Also, 215 12th Avenue Northeast, St. Petersburg. Got an open house going on at this $1 million listing as well. $1.4 million listing here. 4 bedrooms, 5 bath, and it's a beautiful property. Just completed the construction on it, and you have an opportunity to choose the colors, the countertops, the cabinets, the appliances at this beautiful property here, 215 12th Avenue Northeast, and it's a great buying opportunity in Old Northeast, just north of downtown St. Petersburg. Great property and a $1 million listing of ours. Check out all of our listings at PlatinumMVPRealty.com. You can also search the MLS from PlatinumMVPRealty.com, and you can see the foreclosure listings as well. There's a tab right there if you want to look for foreclosures. You can do that. So we're back here in studio giving a shout out to Brio Tuscan Grill at the International Plaza. Our official restaurant partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show is Brio Tuscan Grill, International Plaza Mall, and they've got a great Italian menu, signature drinks, cozy atmosphere, and very friendly wait staff. Enjoy the best Italian restaurant dining experience in all of Tampa Bay. And also, they have a free offer. If you are a fan of the Quarterback Show, walk into Brio Tuscan Grill, 2223 Northwest Shore Boulevard. Brio free app special. All you have to do is mention that you are a fan of the Consumer Quarterback Show, and they're going to hook you up with one of their signature appetizers, compliments of the Consumer Quarterback Show. Just let them know you're a fan of the show for special incentives. All right, we're back here in studio, and we have Michael Morabito, Coco Design Group. So she's an expert contributor in the area of interior design and also home staging. So what have you been seeing out there, Michael?
Well, as you know, that I usually do interior design and staging with Coco Design Group, and staging has just been taking off. I've been getting so many calls recently to stage a home or just few of the main rooms. So I reached out to one of my good friends and other interior designers in the area, and we actually partnered up to start a new home staging company that is outside of our design, just to keep it separate, but we're the home staging gals.
Nice, the home staging gals. I like that. Okay, cool. Yeah. So the idea of home staging, what exactly is that for the listener that may not know what that is?
Well, it definitely adds value, and it helps you sell your home. So kind of to differentiate, staging is designing a home as a product. And then the difference with interior design is you're designing a home for a person. So my biggest thing is if you don't have an eye and you just walk into an empty floor plan, it's really hard for people to visualize the space and how they would set it up. And sometimes it can be overwhelming.
Yep.
So really getting the furniture and the layout and so they can visualize what it could be like for them is very valuable.
Yeah. So you're providing that expert look of the home and kind of taking that. People love to watch the HGTVs and the DIYs, but a lot of them they just don't have that eye, like you said. They can't do that.
Yeah.
So you've got experience and education in that space, so you're able to go in and it really does. It reduces the days on the market. It can increase the sales price, and many times if you do it right, especially if it's priced right and you're releasing the property onto the market, you can get multiple offers, highest and best situations.
Yeah, I think it's huge for that to be a thing. It's one thing to walk into one room and, be able to figure out a layout for a bedroom or just a living room.
Right.
But to have to plan your whole house right when you're walking in, I wouldn't want to buy a house that I didn't know how I was going to lay out my furniture in it.
Yeah. So that's an important part of it.
Yeah, I sold a house in Dunedin, the first house, the bachelor pad house. I sold in Dunedin in 2011.
Yep.
And was having trouble. It was on the market, and we weren't getting, people would come in and they'd see it and they'd leave, and They
Wow.
weren't really interested. And so I finally hired someone to stage it. And as he was finishing staging it, somebody put an offer on it.
Nice.
So, I mean, that day that he came out to stage it, because people can't, sometimes I can go in and picture, I can put the dresser there, I can put the entertainment center there, I can put the couch there, but some people can't visualize that when they see it. And this was an empty house because I had already moved. All my stuff was in the other house.
Yeah.
There
That
you go,
really
you've heard
helps
it
a lot. That's it. Yeah. And I hear that similar story, often in the real estate game. Been doing it for a decade now. But and I think it comes down to as well as a lot of times it's the right color schemes and the way that the rooms flow, right?
Yeah, that when I go through some tips on how to take precautions on staging your home, if you're not going to hire a professional stager, color palette is huge. So definitely staying neutral. If you love blue and you just did an entire room that's bright blue, get rid of it.
Yeah.
If you're putting your house on the market.
And it's kind of risky to go with those dark colors, right? I mean, either a dark red wall, sometimes you do an accent wall, I get it. But if you're in the process of selling, anything that's just a dramatic color is going to really potentially hamper it, right?
If you're in the process of selling, the kind of go-to rule is you just paint everything one neutral color.
Yeah, just basic, like a lighter, earthy type of tone, or something basic like a beige or off-white.
Yeah,
that kind of stuff, right?
I also think it's really helpful. Like a lot of staging companies are also interior designers, and I just think that is so helpful that it's not just someone coming in and putting in furniture. They really have like a design eye for it, and it's usually nicer pieces that are going into the homes. So if you are selling your house and you're going to go with a staging company, it's really beneficial to go with a staging company that is also an interior design firm.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. We're talking with Michael Morabito, Coco Design Group, here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. And when you think about the home staging and where we're at here in 2018, I'd like to talk about like what's hot, what's not. What are you seeing kind of out there? Like what's trending? Definitely like lighter colors now versus the darker when it comes to certain aspects of the home, like the countertops and things like that.
Yeah, everything that I see now is people, they stay neutral, but they're also getting very daring.
Okay.
And a lot of the tile that I've been seeing are funky patterns with color.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's a long-term home where you're going to be in for the next 10, 15 years, do it the way you want.
Yeah.
Don't consider what other people are going to like. If it's a 3-5 year plan, then maybe stick neutral and for resale value. But for yourself and for these clients that are, designing a house that they're going to be in for the next 10, 15 years,
right,
they're definitely wanting something a little more tailored to them.
Yeah, I got it. And then when it comes to the staging side, you're able to come in and give people quotes, consultations, and base it on how many rooms they need to cover.
Yes, and usually the consultation is a walkthrough, so of the steps they need to take before we even come in.
Okay.
Usually cleaning and minimizing and getting rid of all the photos and collector's items, awards, anything like that.
Yep.
So then we can come in and just do the layouts.
Yeah. Now, do you give them any advice on the exterior of the home, or is it all interior?
Yep. So that's
Okay.
also coming up with steps. But
Cool.
curb
Yep.
appeal is huge. That's the first thing that people are seeing when they come by your house. And a lot of times they'll see the listing and they'll go by before they even request a showing,
Right.
just to see the house.
That's right. Yeah, see the house, see the flow of traffic. Some of the properties that are, they got a lot of traffic outside. They worry about the ingress egress. Being able to pull in and out of the property. So yeah, that's a good idea for buyers. Drive by it first. Drive by it at different times of the day. Kind of check the traffic patterns. But yeah, it's such a big part. When that prospective buyer's walking up to that home. And there's cigarette butts or whatever it might be, right? Just spider webs in the thing. It really needs to be clean. I see so many houses just like clean the window seals. Let's start with a clean base, and then you're able to come in and give the design tips.
Yep. And it's so easy to just add some plants or flowers just to make it look a little nicer when they first walk in, to where it's like, oh, that's one less thing that we have to do when we move in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, open it up, pull the curtains back, let the natural lighting in. We've talked about on the show too so many times with some of the design flaws with the previous, the builder on some of these older homes. You walk into a waterfront home and there's a wall there. It's like, why would they put a wall instead of opening it up and having the water view? So those things you're able to try to dress it up. And I imagine you see a lot of condos too, where you're trying to maximize space in some of these smaller condos.
Yeah, that's huge too.
Yeah.
It's really trying to make them look larger than they are.
So how do you do that with smaller furniture?
So actually, larger pieces can actually make the space look larger if it's done right. And like we were talking last time, mirrors help a ton, and especially with waterfront properties, if you're putting a mirror somewhere where the water will reflect, that's very helpful.
I like it.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Reach out to Michael Morabito, Coco Design Group. All of our expert contributors' information can be found at consumerqb.com. There are show cards there. They'll have all their contact information, emails, and our expert contributors want to help you save money and time and make the right decision. So consumerqb.com for all of your designing choices. All right, police officer takes inmate to see dying mother in hospital. Our feel-good story of the week when we come back. Stay with us. Do not touch that dial. You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Hey everybody, I'm Forbes Riley, celebrity TV fitness host and creator of The Spin Gym. I'm here today with Brandon Rhymes, and you're listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show. Great ways to get happy, healthy, and wealthy.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
Hi, I'm Jerry from Hot Locks Hair Salon. We are conveniently located at 13414 US Highway 19 in Hudson. I've been a local hairstylist in our community for the last 34 years, 7 of which I was an educator. Our passion is the artistry of hair, and Hot Locks is here to help you achieve your perfect image. You can call us at 727-514-9978.
You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-670-7372.
All right, welcome back. Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show, Platinum MVP Realty, and a top listing agent here in Tampa Bay, looking for real estate inventory. Still a low inventory market. If you're thinking about selling, we would love to talk to you, offer you a free comparable market analysis, and kind of pull up what the comps are doing in your neighborhood of buying, selling, or investing. We would love to work with you. We got a great team at Platinum MVP Realty, and we would love to help you. PlatinumMVPRealty.com. And I want to give a shout out to WholeBodyFuel.com. These are chef-prepared meal delivery service delivered to your home or office. Excellent food. This food is amazing. You got breakfast, you got lunches, dinners, and it's delivered directly to your home or office on Sunday, or within that range. I'm sure they can deliver on Mondays if you want it delivered at work. WholeBodyFuel.com, and they've got the world famous protein donuts. These donuts are amazing. Protein powder in the cake, and it's got all the different types of just all great flavors on the top there with the sugars and the different types of candy bars, and they make some really cool designs there. WholeBodyFuel.com. What else do you have in this world if you don't have your health? Start eating healthy. WholeBodyFuel.com can help you do that. And Chef Brian and Kevin over there, they do a great job. Chef-prepared, convenient, healthy delivered meals to your home or office. WholeBodyFuel.com. Let them know the Real Estate Quarterback sent you for special incentives. And we are back here in studio helping you win in any marketplace. Got a hot property listing, 5506 Dallas Way in Valrico, River Hills Country Club, gated community, 4 bedrooms, 3 bath, beautiful property, 3,500 square feet, heated, corner lot, pool home, too many upgrades to list. 5506 Dallas Way in Valrico, just over $500,000, beautiful property there. And we also have a South Tampa beauty here as well. 3911 West Euclid Avenue in Tampa. 4 bedrooms, 3 full bath, 2 half bath, 10-foot ceilings throughout. Gorgeous design here. Beautiful neutral colored home, upgraded home. $837,000 listing of mine. 4,000 square feet. Beautiful property here in Tampa Bay, right in the Tampa Plant High School District. So it's one of the best school districts in all of Tampa Bay. 3911 West Euclid Avenue, PlatinumMVPRealty.com. Somewhere sunny and 75. And we are back here in studio. Attorney Shawn Yesner in the house. He's our legal analyst, real estate law, bankruptcy law. So I thought we'd talk a little bit about bankruptcy law this segment here, Shawn. So sure. Bankruptcy, it's one of these laws that's protecting us. It's in there. It's put into the legal system to be able to ease folks during these trying times. Sometimes medical bills happen, sometimes auto accidents, whatever it might be. A bankruptcy may be a solution for you, and Attorney Shawn Yesner would offer you a consultation, I'm sure.
Yeah, I read an article recently. It was a really interesting article. It was in a bar review journal or something like that, and it talked about that the stigma of filing bankruptcy and what a lot of people think, and the reason the bankruptcy code was amended back in, years ago, 2005, was because Congress felt that the stigma of filing a bankruptcy was going down. In other words, people were faster to file bankruptcy or didn't really care as much or weren't really bothered by it. And this article actually came with the opposite. It said actually the stigma of filing a bankruptcy has gone up over the years. And so almost questioning Congress's whole reason for making it harder to file bankruptcy when they filed the amendments in 2005, which I thought was sort of an interesting concept, although I have my own opinions on our elected leaders. But bankruptcy, the whole purpose of a bankruptcy is everybody should get a second bite at the apple. Everybody should have their debts eliminated, one time to sort of help them get back on their feet. I see it more as a tool. You're being chased by creditors. There's no other way to get them off your back. I have a client right now that, medical issues and divorce and the whole 9 yards, and Discover wants like $1,300 a month from him. And I'm trying to tell Discover, where is he going to come up with $1,300 a month? He barely has an extra $13 a month. Where is he going to come up with $1,300? He may end up being a candidate if we can't get it resolved. Yeah. But that's what it's for. It's for the creditor that's being unreasonable in trying to get money, trying to get blood from a stone. Yeah, exactly. So it's a way that you can legally hit Control Alt Delete, to use a technology example where, you're able to hit restart, reboot, kind of refresh, and enables you to, go in there and sit down with Shawn. Shawn will sit down with you and just kind of go through the process. There's a process and certain steps that have to be taken. Yeah, and we'll sit down, we'll go over the whole thing, what happens prior to filing, what do we need to do to get the filing put together. I'll even review everything, and if filing is not the best idea, I'll tell you. If there's a way that we can help you relieve some of this debt burden without filing bankruptcy, we'll do that as well. I don't have to force people into a bankruptcy to help them. But we'll talk about, Chapter 7 is liquidation. So what assets do you have that are not exempt, that the trustee is going to turn into cash to pay your creditors. Hopefully all of your assets are exempt, so your creditors get nothing, versus a Chapter 13, which is a payment plan. So you're going to pay the trustee based on your income or based on the value of your assets, and then the trustee is going to send that money to your creditors over a 3, 4, 5-year bankruptcy plan. In both of those cases, we're paying the creditors back something, or maybe we're not paying the creditors back because your assets are all exempt and you have no income to pay them back. The creditors are wiped out. You get your fresh start, and then we move on. I mean, I've had clients who have filed bankruptcy and then started up companies and made a tremendous living. I have people that filed bankruptcy, and within 2 or 3 years, depending on the lending standards, they've been able to buy new houses and new cars and get their credit cards back and all that kind of stuff. So it's a tool. It's a good tool. If it's an applicable tool, let's pull the trigger and use it.
Yeah, it's something that you instead of getting down on yourself and kind of denying the situation you have, it's a fresh start. It's a way that you can go in, and then we've got William Crowley, the credit magician. He's on the other side of that thing. He can help you clean up your credit, improve your credit, rebuild some trade lines, and start establishing credit again. And before you know it, you're able to take out another loan, buy a new house, get your car, whatever you want to do.
The biggest mistake I see clients make, one of the biggest mistakes I see clients make, is they'll come to me a year after the consultation, 6 months, a year and a half, 2 years after the consultation, and say, I wish I would have filed back when we first met, because now this would be 6 months behind me, a year and a half behind me, whatever. And so I think that's one of the biggest mistakes I see clients make, is just waiting too long to pull the trigger.
Yeah, and maybe their income starts creeping up a little bit. Now they can't qualify, so you're kind of in that limbo land between being able to qualify and not.
Yeah, that's another issue, and we look at 6 months of income to determine whether you qualify or not. So, some people wait, and then they get a Christmas bonus, and then that artificially inflates their income. So, there's all those different timing issues, and there's nothing wrong. There's no legal or ethical problem with using the timing of the laws to make sure we file at the right time so that you get the maximum benefit.
Right. Yeah. Attorney Shawn Yesner here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, Crushing Debt Podcast, YesnerLaw.com. And we're talking currently about bankruptcies, the options that you have. Businesses can file. Our president of the United States, Donald Trump, has filed before with his business. We always like to talk about some of the famous ones, Shawn. 50 Cent we talk about.
Warren Sapp. Here with the Bucks.
That's right.
There's been many. I had a couple of years ago. Maybe I should bring it back. It's been a couple of years now, but a couple of years ago, every Friday, I would do a hashtag celebrity bankruptcy and talk about other people. There's been famous former presidents that have filed, former elected officials that have filed, entertainers that have filed, all kinds of people have filed bankruptcy.
Yeah, a lot of ex-athletes, NFL athletes, I'm sure.
Yeah, and unfortunately, because a lot of people get a lot of money and then they get into these spending habits and then they leave the NFL or whatever professional league they're in, and the money slows down, but the spending habits don't.
That's right. I think there's some type of a law out there too. It's like when you raise your standards or you raise your income, your debts tend to follow. There's some type of a law out there or something along those lines. But that's what happens with those guys is they're not. First of all, they're not accustomed to making money. They're never taught how to create these passive income streams or invest it, and then that's where and then of course all their long lost friends and second cousins come out of the woodwork, right?
They get all kinds of people that want to help them, that want to be part of their crew of helping them do stuff and scheduling appointments and all, and they're just passing out money left, right, and center, and sometimes it catches up to them.
Where's the new office at? If people want to reach out, get a consultation, they can go sit down with you.
Yeah, we just moved offices. So we're literally across the street from Countryside High School in Clearwater. So we're right off of 580, right there across 580 from Countryside High School, behind the 7-Eleven, right there at the intersection of McMullen Booth and 580. But we still service. We're real close to Oldsmar. We're real close to Clearwater. We're real close to Countryside. I can get to St. Pete pretty easy. I can get into Oldsmar and West Chase and Tampa and all those areas pretty easy. So we're still, I can do appointments by phone or in person. They don't need to come see me in person.
Okay. Or you can meet at a third-party location, stuff like that, somebody else's office or Starbucks or something like that.
Yeah, I got a work with the schedule, but sure, I can do that kind of stuff too.
Awesome. Good stuff. So we want you reaching out to Shawn Yesner, attorney Shawn Yesner. Check out yesnerlaw.com. He's also got the Crushing Debt podcast. You want to download that. If people want to download the Crushing Debt podcast, Shawn, will they just go hit up on iPhone?
Yeah, they can go, if you have an iPhone, they can go to Apple Podcast, and it's there. That's that the purple logo. Looks like a little microphone with the sound waves coming off of it. Android, I'm on Spotify, I'm on Stitcher. All the artificial intelligence ladies, so you can ask Siri, you can ask Alexa.
Nice.
All of them. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, the Alexas. That's the next place, man. That's where it's all going.
Yep, we are on
voice.
The podcast is on Alexa.
Nice, good stuff. All right, stay with us when we come back. More from our expert contributors and our feel-good story of the week coming up as well. Police officers take inmate to see dying mother in hospital. Stay with us. Consumer Quarterback Show, ConsumerQB.com.
Hey, this is Grant Cardone, and you're listening to Consumer Quarterback Show, hosted by my friend Brandon Rhymes. Do not touch that dial. I'll come right through the radio and grab your throat.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com. Ian Beckles.
Hi, I'm Jerry from Hot Locks Hair Salon. We are conveniently located at 13414 US Highway 19 in Hudson. I've been a local hairstylist in our community for the last 34 years, 7 of which I was an educator. Our passion is the artistry of hair, and Hot Locks is here to help you achieve your perfect image. You can call us at 727-514-9978.
You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, welcome back. Brandon Rhymes here, the Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by PlatinumMVPRealty.com. Check out PlatinumMVPRealty.com. And if you're first-time listener to the show or maybe relatively new to our concept, we are a consumer advocate. We're helping people understand more about their buying decisions, and we want you to think about this show as the hub of your financial, your business, your marketing wheel. Each spoke extending out, representing another one of our preferred partners. We've got 80-plus show partners now with the show, CPAs, financial advisors, several different types of attorneys, all types of different expert contributors that you can find on our website at consumerqb.com. You can see links to all of our expert contributors. Chances are, if you need a referral, we want you to think of us as your super connector, and chances are we've got a great referral for you. And if we don't, one of our expert contributors will know someone who is, the ideal candidate for whatever you might be looking for. You might be looking to improve your credit, different types of attorneys that we have here, all types of real estate related services, mortgage expert contributors, and more here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Giving a shout out to Cryogenics Rejuvenation and Recovery, whole body cryotherapy in Palm Harbor, 34 282 U.S. Highway 19 North in Palm Harbor. It's in the plaza with Glory Days, right behind Glory Days, the old Leroy Selman's there. Cryogenics, check them out. Rejuvenation and recovery, whole body cryotherapy. Now, it's going to enable you to, it's going to help you remove inflammation, pain relief, improve your sleep, relieve stress, releases endorphins. It's post-surgery recovery, increase energy levels, so much more. Cryogenics, rejuvenation, and recovery. Let them know the Real Estate Quarterback sent you. Give them a holler. Talk to them over there. Say hello to Patrick and his team. They do a great job, and it's a really cool spot. If you haven't tried it, it's really good for you. And Cryogenics, it's in that Glory Days plaza there, which, by the way, on a separate note, I can't believe they renamed the Leroy Selman's to all, to Glory Days. And, I heard the Leroy Selman's out of business over here. I don't know. They changed the name maybe, but.
Over by International?
Yeah, like somebody told me they're all like no longer. It's all Glory Days.
I knew Leroy Selman's was shutting down. I didn't know, because Glory Days is all over Tampa Bay, so they must have acquired that space.
So, yeah, somehow there was some kind of a sellout transfer type of deal. All right, back here in studio, helping you win in any marketplace. Michael Morabito, Coco Design Group here in the house. So let's get some more design tips for the folks. What else should we cover here, Michael?
I wanted to bring it back to the plus of hiring a home stager that is also an interior designer.
Okay.
I just had a new client consultation last week where my client came from the Cayman Islands, moved here to downtown Tampa, just packed a bag, did not bring anything with him.
Wow.
And I told him that the design process takes some time. I was like, it's going to take me about 2 to 3 weeks to plan out. It's a 2-story condo in Element in downtown Tampa. It's a large location. So I told him it was going to take me some time to come up with it. And then for things to ship in or custom order items, it's a 2-month, 3-month process. And he has nothing. So he had went out and bought a mattress just to sleep on the floor for the meantime. But to bring it back to the staging company, I had said, well, I have a staging company, so I can rent you furniture in the meantime while we're waiting on your new furniture to come.
Nice.
Opposed to him having to buy cheaper IKEA things to kind of make it last until the 3-month mark.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So it takes a little longer if you want it done right. You're going to order things in. You're going to get them shipped in. Now, on that note, do you have connections with some of these suppliers to where you get discounts as well? You can help people save there as part of your package?
For interior design, yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's part of your package. You've got different connections within the furniture space or the accessories.
A lot of the stores offer trade discounts. So if you're a part of the trade, you get a discount that can be extended to clients.
Yeah, that's cool. So kind of like a wholesaler would be for, any kind of landscaping and things like that. You get to take advantage of those.
Yeah, even for renovations. So tile, cabinets, flooring, all that kind of stuff there's also usually trade discounts for as well.
Oh, nice. Well, that's awesome. Yeah. Tile. Speaking of tile, what's hot? What are people doing in that space? What are you seeing for flooring?
I just had a house in St. Pete that we're doing a really funky blue and white tile, back to what I was kind of saying, where these people, this is their home for the rest of their lives, is what they told me. And so they had loved the tile. They weren't worried about if anyone else was going to be liking it, because they're going to be there for the rest of the time being.
They're forever home.
Yeah.
Very cool.
But Cement Tile Shop, all those tile shops right now, all of the tiles are pretty much the same. They got some funky patterns going on with them.
Nice. Good stuff.
But I thought we could give some tips for before you sell your home.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, so we already discussed curb appeal. Really, pressure wash your pavers or your sidewalk going up to your house. Just make it look clean and presentable. If your front door is looking a little ratty, throw a fresh coat of paint on it. That's where I say you could maybe do a pop of color. People love a colored door. And
my mom did that. She did like a bright red on her house. It was, kind of like a lighter yellow type house with a metal roof. But she just painted the door, and it was like, wow, that looks cool.
And then my thing is 3 colors. Don't go over 3 colors. So usually you would do the frame, like a base. 2 colors, and then the door would be another.
Yeah.
Any more than that, it gets a little too much.
I could see that. Yeah, he's looking at a rainbow house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So depersonalize, which I already had said.
That's
Get
a big
rid of
one.
photos, awards, collections, so where they can walk in and it's not like they're moving into your home. They can picture what their home can be like.
Exactly.
We talked about paint, make repairs. So if you have any squeaky doors, any handles that are not tight,
tighten everything
any
up.
fixtures that need to be repaired, anything like that. Just do those little things to where they're not like, what else isn't broken in this house?
Yeah, that little stuff goes a long ways. Yep. Grab a slider door and it's like shaking.
Yeah.
Or the slider's so heavy you can't hardly pull it. You got to get a handyman in there and fix the railing or whatever, the track.
Something cool that I did when I sold the house, and I don't know if this is, I thought it was cool. I took out the medicine cabinet in the guest bedroom, and I installed a shelf.
Nice.
So it didn't have a door, and then I was able to put tchotchkes and whatnot.
Yep.
On the soaps and
that
whatever.
also looks nicer than a medicine cabinet
and
as well.
I thought it looked cool rather than having the mirror door that you
the old
open
school.
and
Yeah.
junk in the. It was cool. It was just it was easy to do. It was a little shelf unit.
Little stuff like that goes a long way for the buyers, for the prospective buyers.
Lighting fixtures, that's kind of one that people go back and forth on whether they don't know whether to replace them or not. I say if they're very outdated, switch them out.
Yeah,
you can go to Home
of them.
Depot and get inexpensive pendants or chandeliers or a nicer fan.
Yep.
Those things are really, that takes a lot of extra work for people to switch out. So if you can get it done before they walk through, it's very helpful.
Some of it's so easy to do, and one thing as well is make sure that you get your Glade plugins or potpourri or light your candle. That's one of the biggest things too, especially if they have pets. You got to get those smells out of there. There's companies that will clean it. Yeah, there's companies that will come in and run the air filters real hardcore and just really clean it out.
What about cookies? Baked cookies.
There you go. Yeah, cookies for the open houses.
Cookies, cupcakes, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's
People
easy
will
to
come
do.
just to eat.
That's it. Easy to do. All right, so we have our feel-good story of the day. We're going to tell you something good here.
Tell me something good.
All right, so you got a police officer takes inmate to see dying mother in hospital. Police officers with Sonoma County Sheriff's Office in Santa Rosa, California, drove an inmate to see his mother one last time. This morning, our transportation unit got to share in something very special. The whole department wrote on Facebook, "We were honored to escort this inmate to visit his mother, who is in hospice care. It was a beautiful, special moment, one we won't soon forget." His family sent us pics this week, and we went with them and watched them share with everyone. What a great experience. Really touching. So that's pretty cool. It's got the pictures. If you're watching our TV show, you can see the pictures there on WeBeam TV, and maybe you're streaming it live from our website. But that's pretty nice of them to do that. Let them have that last look. All right, so let's jump into our lightning round.
The lightning round!
I am so good at lightning rounds.
I majored in lightning rounds.
All right, top tips, nuggets of advice, parting words of wisdom. Let's go right here, ladies first. Michael Morabito, Coco Design Group.
Yep, Michael Morabito here with Coco Design Group, your interior designer and home stager. Definitely, if you're going to go with home staging, try to get someone that's an interior designer as well. It's a lot of value added. And just keep it neutral palettes. And if you're going to be selling your home, clean it up before, do some quick fixes. Anything that you can do to make your potential home buyer have to do less work, it's always a good thing to do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, Michael Morabito, Coco Design Group. Reach out to her. Free consultations, walk through, and find out what she can do to help you with that. All right, attorney Shawn Yesner, YesnerLaw.com.
Yeah, someone asked me how long should I save my documents, and I think these days we can talk about statutes of limitation and that kind of, when debts are too old to sue upon. But if you have documents, it's so easy just to throw them on an external hard drive or scan them and put them into the cloud or do something with them. I would say save them, especially if you can get them electronically and you can get them up in the cloud or an external storage device or whatever. Save them forever because you never know when you're going to need them.
Yeah, absolutely. Just save them. You might have to go back in there, and especially with, you're able to pull them up searching like keywords now too, right? Once they're in that electronic form, you can search for, I guess it's Control F, find the word, right?
Yeah, I mean, I do subfolders. So I would say, important papers, and then subfolder, settlement with Discover, and then put all the documents in there. Passports, put all the documents in there. And that way you have them all in one convenient place if you ever need them.
Good tips there. And then lightning round, attorney Shawn Yesner, YesnerLaw.com. Thank you, Michael Morabito, Coco Design Group. Thanks to all of our listeners, our viewers out there of our TV show as well. And make sure you follow us online on Instagram at Brandon Rhymes 1, on Twitter, Facebook.com, Consumer Quarterback Show. And please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness. Pack up some food or clothing, hand it to that person that you see in need. Be a force for good in the community and do something kind for one another. And maybe even go to an old, check out the retirement homes and talk to the old folks and let them relive their memories with you. All right, Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
You've been listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. Whether it's real estate, consumer, or financial advice, let Brandon call your next play. Contact Brandon Rhymes at 813-670-7372. That's 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com. And join us next time for The Consumer Quarterback Show, weekday afternoons at 5 on AM 1380. The Biz.
Are you a real estate agent looking to take your business to the next level and supercharge your marketing? Hi, I'm Brandon Rhymes, owner of Platinum MVP Realty and host of the Real Estate Quarterback Show, syndicated radio and TV show talk program on iHeartRadio, 1025 The Bone, daily 5 o'clock drive time on 1380 The Biz, and our TV show is on WeBeam TV. We're looking for real estate agents that want to join our team and supercharge their marketing utilizing some of our innovative strategies. We utilize the Real Geeks platform, Facebook marketing, internet marketing, and a lot of the traditional methods as well. Postcard mailers mailed for you, postage, signage, business cards, all paid for by the company. Aggressive real estate splits and ways to help you win in any marketplace. We need you to go out, take applications, and work our plethora of leads that we're generating on a daily basis. Reach out by clicking the form below, and we'd love to have a confidential interview with you.
Hi, I'm Jerry from Hot Locks Hair Salon. We are conveniently located at 13414 US Highway 19 in Hudson. I've been a local hairstylist in our community for the last 34 years, 7 of which I was an educator. Our passion is the artistry of hair, and Hot Locks is here to help you achieve your perfect image. You can call us at 727-514-9978.